Hi everyone, welcome to the Royal Saskatchewan Museum's Bird Mondays. Thought I would switch it up a little bit this week and take you on a small behind the scenes tour of some of the unique specimens that we have here at the RSM. So hopefully a lot of you have been to our main building to see and interact with some of the amazing exhibits and dioramas. But one of the other missions of the Royal Saskatchewan Museum is to maintain a collection that represents the natural history and variation of all of the different species that are present here in the province. So let's go take a little bit of a tour to see some of the unique specimens and where they've come from here at the RSM. Now, when I talked in my introduction about representing the natural variability of biodiversity here in the province, this is exactly what we're looking at here. This is our collection of various wood warblers, a few other species like tanagers and indigo buntings. But the color across individuals, even within a species, is amazing. But when you start looking at different species that are red, blues, and yellows, really gives us a great idea of the different types of biodiversity here in the province. So birds are usually prepared in this manner called study skins, and this is a really good way to prepare birds for scientific research. There's also other uses. For example, we do a lot of public outreach and teach university classes that can make use of study skins of birds such as this. We also do have several artists that visit the Royal Saskatchewan Museum to really get a close look at some of the different birds in our collection to help with their art. This is the oldest specimen here at the Royal Saskatchewan Museum. It's a female wood duck who was collected in Ontario and then donated to the RSM. Bet you can't believe it, but this bird is about 120 years old. It was collected October 18th, 1899. Amazing that it's still in great shape and a great testament to the RSM's curators and conservationists to keep these specimens in great shape. So in addition to sort of taxidermy mounts of birds, we also have a really interesting collection of bird eggs. This is one of our oldest specimens that was collected here in Saskatchewan. This is the egg of a common loon that was collected by Mr. Angus Buchanan in 1905 from Sandy Lake, Saskatchewan. So pretty amazing to think that we have an egg here in our collection that's over 100 years old. This Bird Monday is coming out on July 26th, 2021. So I thought it'd be neat to try to find the oldest bird that was collected around that date. So this is a chestnut-colored longspur that was collected in 1913. So again, over 100 years ago. It was collected from Gray, Saskatchewan, just south of Regina, and then donated to the RSM. One of the interesting things about these old specimens is you'll see that little tag in the background that says heavy metals. And things like arsenic and asbestos were favorite preparation materials for taxidermists back in the early 1900s and even up until fairly recently. So here at the RSM, we always have to understand what we're dealing with some of these old specimens. They can contain some pretty harmful chemicals, but it's also pretty amazing that this bird, a small songbird, is over 100 years old. Now, I thought it was important not just to look at some of our oldest specimens and our more unique specimens, but specimens that have been collected and submitted to the Royal Saskatchewan Museum from all around our province. This is probably the most northerly specimen within Saskatchewan that we have. This particular herring gull was collected in 1990 in Tazen Lake, Saskatchewan, which when you look on a map is about as far north as you can get. Well, I hope everyone enjoyed that really brief behind the scenes tour of some of the things that go on at the Royal Saskatchewan Museum. We have an amazing collection of birds here, over 10,000 bird specimens that have been collected from each corner of the province. really provides valuable insight into biodiversity here in Saskatchewan. Always remember that if you have any bird questions, you can get in touch with me through the Ask a Curator website. Thanks very much for tuning in this week. I hope everyone has a great birding week.